Hello everyone, this is Linda from Stitching and Chaos, and I'm here today with a health journey update. I had a very interesting week. A share on Monday, I had a really rough day, and I was doing a lot of driving, and I ended up stuck in traffic for a long time. I needed to go. It was about an hour away, but it took a lot longer to get there. And I was hoping to come back for lunch, to have lunch with my husband. But when I texted him, it was 11:30, and I said I would be there in an hour. When I plugged it into the GPS, it said that it was going to be 2 hours. So I was frustrated. I was hungry. I went to a rest stop, and when I got there, I went specifically to use the bathroom. But there's food there, and I knew I needed to eat something, especially if I was going to be stuck in traffic for a while. So I went in, and there's Sbarro's, there is Annie's, there's McDonald's, there's Subway, and there's Dunkin'. And I had to pass Dunkin' to go to the restroom, and right there on the counter are Munchkins. And Munchkins to me are the perfect driving snack because you can just pick up one at a time and eat it while you're driving, but it's also the worst when it comes to health. So I passed that, went to the bathroom, I pulled out my app, and I started trying to scour ideas. So first I looked up McDonald's because part of me wanted a burger, but there's no way I'm going to be able to drive with a burger in my hand. So I saw that I could get like 5, and I can't remember how many points that was, but it seemed relatively low, and apple 5, and that didn't seem appealing to me. So I ended up looking up Subway, and the first thing that popped up was their 6-inch turkey breast. Didn't even think about that. So I went and ordered that. It was, I didn't even look up how much it was. I should do that. So I ordered the 6-inch. With turkey, some vegetables, and light mayo. I opted out of the cheese, so the cheese was just going to add more points. Let's see what it says here. Oops. Looking up the wrong one. Lunch. So it was 5 points. It was on a 9-grain wheat sub and with light mayonnaise. So light mayonnaise added another 2 points. So that was 7 points. And I asked her to cut it up for me, and I went on driving. And because I had her cut it up for me, it was a lot easier to eat in the car. So I was proud of myself for doing that, even though that's not what I first wanted. So that was a huge step for me. I'm a stress eater, so the first thing I would do is just eat a bunch of crap because I'm on the road and I'm stuck there due to construction, and I just wanted to be home. A series of events happened after that. My grandson ended up getting injured at school, so I didn't go straight home. I had to go to the school and pick him up, and I was supposed to go for a walk with my friend Terry and her husband. So I came home and I went to my husband and I said, do you really want to go for this walk? I was stressed. I didn't want to go anywhere. And he said, yeah, I think we should. So I just decided to keep my mouth shut and just do it. So get it over with. It'll be done. We had dinner, and then we met them at Eastern Point Beach, or Eastern Beach, whatever it's called. So we met them there. And I was hesitant. Usually I have a hard time. My leg gets stiff. I pulled a muscle years ago. And when I walk a lot, it tends to stiffen up. And then I worry that I'm going to hurt myself. And, so of course all this is going through my mind. I'm going to have to take it easy. And she had told me where we were going to walk to. We were going to walk down the street, leave the parking lot, walk down the street, over to the other side of the water, And there was picnic benches along the way so I could stop if I needed to. But seeing where we were walking to, I just thought there's no possible way. There's no way I'm going to be able to walk that far. But I kept my mouth shut and said, I'm going to try. So we walked and talked. And we actually got there. It didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. And we sat down for a bit and chatted some more and took pictures of the water. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hanging out with them. I enjoyed talking to them. We always enjoy their company. And then we walked back. And once again, I was like, oh man, it's going to be a long walk back. I hope I can do it. But I actually did not do bad. Now, I got there with 4,000 steps, which is usually hard for me to get. But because I had a bunch of places I had gone to that morning and then walking to the school and all this other stuff. So I had 4,000 when I got there. I ended that walk with 7,600. My mind said I was done. Terry said, you don't have far to go to 8,000. We can walk across the parking lot and go to the rocks and come back. So I thought about it and I said, yeah, she's right. It really isn't going to take that much to get the rest. So I went with her. We walked. I came back with 8,100 steps. That is that's huge for me. Really huge for me. My average, I could probably get 3,000 without a problem. 4,000, I have to work at it. Since that day, I've made it a point to make sure I get 4,000. I went to bed one night and I laid there and I looked at my Fitbit and it said I needed like 70 more steps to get 4,000. I was like, I'm tired. No, it's not happening. I laid there probably for like 30 minutes on my phone and it was like 5 minutes to 12. And I just debated and debated. I said, it's going to reset at 12. I should get up. So 2 minutes before 12, I am walking up and down my hallway. And then I went to talk to my daughter in her room. And it went off, celebration, hit 4,000 steps. So, and then last night, I pretty much did the same thing. I had a lot more, like 500 I needed to do. So I just kept walking until I did it before I went to bed. So I'm definitely being a little bit more mindful about my steps. So that's good because walking is good. It's good for me. Things will get easier if I do more movements. So that's what I've been working on. I do have the the health tracker that I was working on. Let's see. And I didn't do as well as I hoped so far, but I did get my 4,000 steps last night. Yay! I'm really bad with the pen. I have different colors on here. So the first thing I have on here is track everything. That I've been doing. I've been tracking every single thing I eat. And 5 to 10 minutes of exercise, not so much. Probably 3 days I did 5 to 10 minutes of mindful exercise. And what I mean by mindful is that I'm setting out to exercise on purpose. Not just randomly walking places and the steps are happening, but making a purposeful decision to move. So I've only done that 2 days this week. And then 4,000 steps, I have actually hit 6 days this week. That's great. I really didn't think I did that. And then 60 ounces of water. I need to work on the water. I am not drinking enough water. I know I'm not. But I have been out a lot, and I will not drink water if I'm going to be on the road because there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to hit a bathroom. So this is what the fitness tracker looks like. So, yeah. And let's see. Zoom in. All right. That's as good as you're going to get. Sorry about that. So that's working out well. And so I'm going to keep working on, I'm going to say my focus next week is going to be the water. Let's focus on the water. I'm going to put focus on here so I remember. Let's see if I can work on that next week. So yeah, so that has been how my week started off. I definitely am proud of how I handled Monday. As bad as it was, I actually did really good with the food and the tracking. So I did go over points on Tuesday. So I used some of my weeklies because we were at a ladies meeting at our church, and we always have like a tea party afterwards, and they serve dessert. I did bring a Weight Watcher bar with me in case, but I decided to have some of the apple crisp. So I asked if they could give me a portion of it. I asked for half. It was a bit more than half, and I asked for just a little bit of whipped topping. They put more than a little bit on there. But you know what? That's okay. It's fine. It was one day. We have a meeting once a month. I'm going to be one of the hosts next month, so I'm going to make sure that I bring something that I will be able to eat without it being too much points. Hopefully it will taste delicious. If anybody has any suggestions on what to make, usually they make like bars, or somebody else is doing brownies for that night, but some type of dessert that I can feed a crowd of ladies with. I would love any suggestions there. The rest of the week went fine. My meeting yesterday was amazing because I was down another 2.6. So the first week I lost 7. Last week I was the same. And then yesterday I was 2.6. So it was 7.8 the first week. So in total I've lost 10.4. So I have another charm. I got my 10-pound charm. And I love it because it's purple. I love the color purple. It's a purple. Yeah. So fancy. I love purple. Purple. And purple. Purple has become my favorite color. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I can now add that to my little key ring. And that was good. Let's see. Some of my favorite meals. I made some things this week that I really enjoyed. My favorite breakfast. Love this breakfast. I had tried making egg in an avocado. It didn't work out too well for me. The avocado ended up being very bitter, and it was very hard to fit the egg in there, so it was running over. I ended up over baking the egg. So I decided I was just going to go back to how I usually make my eggs. But this time I used Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread that I have is only 1 point. So I used that, and I'm going to give you a little overhead of that's what it looks like. Oh my goodness, it was delicious. There is turkey under there. So the egg is free, the turkey is free, guac is free to me, and then the Ezekiel toast was 1 point. And I had that with 2 clementines. So good. So good. So I won't have that every day because I'm trying not to eat bread every day or more than once a day. But that was delicious, and I will be planning to have that maybe twice a week. Today I bought coconut yogurt, and I put it over a mixture of fruit. I did bananas, pineapple, strawberries, and blueberries, and it was unsweetened coconut. It's so delicious is the brand, and that is, I think it was 5 points for 3/4 of a cup. You can get other yogurts that would be less. I sprinkled it with some cacao nibs, and that gave me another 2 points because I did 2 teaspoons. Next time I'll just do 1 teaspoon. I don't really need that much, but it did add a little texture to it without having granola. So I'm going to have that more often. Matter of fact, one of my biggest struggles right now is eating at the meeting because I won't I won't eat before I weigh in on Thursday. So I have to bring something with me. And I bought some cantaloupe to bring with me last time, and it just wasn't doing it for me. And my stomach was growling. So I bought one of these canisters. I did not bring it over here. It was on sale, 20% off. It's basically a like a little thermos. It kind of looks like this. It's shorter, and it has, a leak-proof lid. So it's a little thermos. So I bought that, and I'm going to use that to put some fruit and yogurt in there with some cacao nibs, and if I think of anything else to add to it, just to have more of a variety that I can eat in the meeting. So that is my plan. Also, this week I made, I eat a lot of salads, so I think my salads are pretty good. This is one of my salads. So it's got some chicken in there from a dinner that was left over. We got lettuce, we got hemp seeds, tomatoes, cucumbers, and I bought this beet kraut because I know beets are good for you. So that's in that salad. I think with the balsamic vinegar, I also tend to put walnuts in my salad. So I think the walnuts might be about 2 or 3 points. That salad has bacon in it. Yes, I put 1 strip of bacon and put that in, and that was 3 points. And the balsamic vinegar is 1 point. So I did not put walnuts in there because of the bacon. So I usually try to make it about 4 points. It's about 4 points for the salads. So I do have also, I think it's Tessemae ranch dressing, and sometimes I'll use that, but that will add 2 or 3 more points to my things. Another meal that I really like this week is if you've ever done zucchini noodles instead of pasta. My husband wanted sausage, so I did sausage, but then I realized that hot sausages, regular sausages, are very high points. I had plenty of points for this, so I was fine that day. So I have the zoodles and the pasta sauce. The pasta sauce was only 1 point. And then I have the sausages, which was more than that. I did find that turkey sausages would be a lot better, so I will be doing that next time for myself. They probably won't notice. I could probably just put it in and they wouldn't even notice the difference. And then I sprinkled it with feta cheese, but only it's less than 1/2 an ounce of feta. I froze them in little cubes and put them in the freezer so that way they wouldn't go bad on me. And when I want them, I just take one out and I grate it over the top. And that was really good. This for me was a lot of points, like I said, but you can make this for under 5 points depending on the sausages you use. So that is another thing. Last night, I decided to make, I found this lasagna at the store. It wasn't frozen or anything. And I decided to buy it for the family because I'm gone all day Thursday. Thursday is a mental health day for me. That is when I get to go to my meeting. I get to feed myself with encouragements on food and the weight and the motivation to keep going with this journey. And then I get to spend time with my friend Terry, and we decided that she actually comes to the meeting with me. So I'm with her all day. So we decided that we also wanted to make our spiritual health part of this. So we just started a Bible study, and we worked on that yesterday, and that was amazing. It was so nice to talk to somebody else about what we thought that the scriptures were saying, and the focus was on Eve because we were talking about the 12 extraordinary women in the Bible. And it was just so nice to have somebody else there to be held accountable to and just to talk about these things with. So we focused on our physical health and we focused on our spiritual health. And we just enjoyed each other's company. And we actually stitched. Every time we get together, we always say we're going to stitch, but we end up talking and we never actually stitch. This time, after lunch, we stitched. And Terry makes great lunches. We've been trying to focus on Weight Watcher recipes or anything that's low point, and it's just so nice to have somebody to do that with. Like, she made muffins and she split half of them with me because the rest of our family isn't going to eat them. So it's just been really nice to have somebody just to do it with, to encourage you to keep going. So that night I was going to make the family lasagna because I wasn't going to be home, and it was only 20 minutes to cook in the oven, but I was like, what am I going to eat? I looked up some Weight Watcher recipes, and I decided to go get an eggplant. So I got an eggplant, and I sliced it up, and I broiled it to brown it. No breading, nothing like that. And I just laid it out in a pan with some sauce. I did use whole milk cheese. That's the word. I used whole milk cheese on mine. You could use low cheese. I don't know what the points are right now. I really need to think these things up ahead of time, but that's okay. This was 9 points for me. It was good. It was really good. I still have 3 servings left. I don't think I can freeze it. I don't know if eggplant can be frozen again. Well, I'm sure it can, but I don't want it to get watery or anything, so I'll probably just eat it. But yeah, this was really good. I did put some ricotta in there also, and so most of the points here is in the cheese. So if you do low-fat cheese, it's definitely going to be a lot better. That was really good. Loved it. I will be doing that again. I think that's it. Those were my favorite foods for the week. I am still eating Weight Watcher snacks, but not as many of them. I've got a lot that's going to last me a long time. So like right now, for my snack today, I will have the triple decker chocolate. So, but then later for this afternoon, I'll have grapes. So I've definitely been eating a little bit more fruits in between meals instead of going straight to the processed snacks. So I'm working on it. Slow progress, slow and steady. We will get it done. I can't remember this week's topic was grocery shopping. I'm not really having too much of a problem with that because they were all things that I already do. I just need to probably plan lunches a little bit better because I focus more on dinner. I'm the type of person that doesn't mind eating the same thing every day. It's just easy for me, so I don't mind it at all. So yeah, I usually just pick 2 lunches for the week and focus on that. And this week, breakfast, it's usually fruit, but I am going to make it the avocado toast and the yogurt. So fruit and yogurt, avocado toast, probably go back and forth. Tonight we're having pizza again. Friday's always pizza night. Last week we got our favorite pizza takeout. They opened back up after the summer. And I decided that I'm not doing it every week. I am going to make my own pizza. I'm going to make it probably on the tumulus wraps, and they're only 1 point. I'm just going to do my own thing. I've got peppers, I've got spinach, I've got onions, put my own stuff on there that I want. I've got a sausage. It's only 1 or 2 points for a length. I think I'm going to put that on there. So that's what I'm doing for me, and I'm making the family a pizza, so making that from home. But yes, making better choices for myself, which is good because pizza is like one of my favorite foods. But is it worth 11 points or more? Because face it, pizza is hard to figure out the points to unless you're making it yourself. Because there's nothing out there that says exactly how big the pizza is that you're buying. You could say a 14-inch, but you don't know how much meat they actually put on the pizza. You don't know, like I know some restaurants, if we say sausage and pepperoni, there's a little bit less pepperoni on there because they're accounting for the sausage. But there's some places that put the exact same amount of both on there and you're overloaded with it. So you never get the exact points for that. So I'm doing it from home. And I will love it because I always love pizza from home. I used to make it for my kids when they were younger, all the time. Pita bread pizza, English muffin pizza, also. think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about. I'm going to focus on my water next week. Planning on the meeting. Will not be hanging out with Terry next week because it is her birthday week. So she's going to go hang out with her husband, and I'm going to thinking about going to visit my mom because I'm still going to keep the mental health day. So I'm going to figure out what I want to do that day. I think that's it. Plans for the week. Can't really think of anything. Food-wise, I've got to make up a plan. I know what I'm having this weekend, but my grandson wants pho. I've never made pho. It's P-H-O. It's a Vietnamese dish. So I got to do some research for that for Saturday. And then Sunday, my daughter wants lemon chicken. And I think I saw a Weight Watcher recipe for that. So I'll probably check that out. So I think that's it. I hope everyone has a wonderful week. And I will talk to you again on Monday or Tuesday, depending, to show you what I've been stitching because I am so excited. And I will tell you then. All right. Oh, one thing I do want to say is any of you pray, please pray for baby Oliver. You can hear more about him on Terry's videos, but he was born prematurely and we definitely need to be praying for him. So please, you can check out Terry's video. She might explain a little bit more. I can't remember which video she does that. It is a friend of her daughter's family that's going through this. Yes, so he's premature. And just pray for baby Oliver. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Bye.